Hello everyone, welcome back, and I am doing another review, and that is for the movie Mission Impossible Fallout. And basically, this is the sixth entry in the franchise with Tom Cruise, and basically it takes place, like the story is basically connected to the previous film, Rogue Nation. So as a reference, see that movie before seeing this, because going in, I had to catch, I was like, what's going on here for a second, because I thought that they were all kind of standalones, but this one carries on that story's premise, basically. So make sure you see that before seeing this, so that you aren't like, what the heck? But yeah, so basically it takes place, like I said, after that film, and it's basically three MacGuffins, basically, the three nuclear bombs, and so Cruise and his team are looking for them, and the villain from the last film is basically back. They need to find him to get him to tell them the locations of the bombs, basically. But there is a secret guy that's on the good side that turned out to be bad, so it's kind of like a little spy kind of thing as well in there. Bad way of explaining this, but oh well. So what I think of the film? Well, I thought it was really entertaining. This is a summer movie, definitely. The best part by far is the stunts. I thought those were incredible. I mean, I hope you guys have avoided the trailers, because the trailers gave away everything, basically. So I was a little bit disappointed, but seeing it in IMAX, luckily, took away some of that disappointment, because I knew what was going to happen, basically, throughout the movie. And that's another bad thing about the movie, by the way. It's incredibly predictable. Like, just from a story aspect, it's very bad. Like, watching the movie, you could tell everything that was going to happen. But I was prepared for something like that going in. I'm like, okay, usually these movies have bad stories for the most part, these kind of movies, these action kind of movies. But as long as the action and stunts don't suck, then I should be okay. And luckily, those are fantastic. They're some of the best I've seen in quite a while. So on that aspect, it's fantastic. It's filmed excellently. The stunts were crazy, and especially knowing that Tom Cruise did them himself, that was insane. Like, there's this one where I know he broke his ankle on. He even talked about it, where he jumped from one building to the other, and seeing that in the movie. By the way, that was in the trailers too, so it wasn't a spoiler. Basically, they spoiled the entire movie in the trailers, which really got me mad. But and you could be like, oh, you could just avoid the trailers. But when I'm going to the theater to see other movies, they show the spoiler trailer in there. What am I supposed to do? This? I could still hear it, so that doesn't do anything. But anyways, you can see him jumping across the building, and then I see him limp off. I was like, ooh! It was crazy. You could hear the I was like, no way. But that was insane. The helicopter part that's on the marketing and all that, I won't say that much about it, except it was my favorite part of the movie. It was fantastic. My jaw was wide open. I was like, even though it spoiled it, like I said. But these parts that were spoiled were still great, so I'm not going to nitpick those. I'm just nitpicking that the Paramount and the marketing team was trash when it spoiled the movie. But anyways, they brought back almost all the characters, and even some old ones. Like, one of them, I think from the earlier films, like one of the first three films, one of those characters comes back surprisingly. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know you were still alive. But yeah, that was a nice surprise. Basically the entire cast except Jeremy Renner, who I forgot his name in this movie, but he's Hawkeye in the Avenger movies and all. He wasn't here, sadly. And about, at least in the Avengers film, they at least gave a good excuse. It made sense why he wasn't there. And plus, they had so much to juggle. But one of my nitpicks here is, like, they gave no explanation to where he was, which would be okay if these were all standalone movies apiece. You could just read him out saying he died off screen or something. But they didn't talk about him at all. Completely ignored, even though he was a big part of the last movie, and this movie's connected to that movie with its story. So on that aspect, it was pretty lame and pretty underwhelming. But I mean, aside from that, this review seems kind of rambled, and it is rambled. Yeah, this is a rambled kind of movie. It has great stunts and action. Another nitpick I have to say though is, like, the hand to hand. There isn't that much. There's only one scene. And that was that bathroom scene that was in all the trailers and all. So again, they spoiled that too. But that was the only cool action scene technically with hand to hand. That was excellent. The rest is just set pieces like motorcycle chase or helicopter chase or car chase. I mean, it was nice and all. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I remember when I first saw it, I was telling everyone, I was like, holy crap, this movie's fantastic. It's this and that. It's one of the best movies and all that. But when you stop and think about it for a few days, you're like, wait, no, it's pretty underwhelming. So, story aspect is pretty bland and pretty generic. But on a set piece aspect, it's pretty cool. And I mean, all the characters give their all. Like, Tom Cruise is easily the best part. Henry Cavill, or Mustache Superman as I call him, he was great. I loved his character in this movie. Fantastic. Rebecca Ferguson was my favorite in the movie. She was the MVP. She was also from the last film. So see some of the characters from the last film come back, like Alec Baldwin comes back. They were all great. They were really good. Simon Pegg is always this, he's charming. I like to see him on screen. I think Ving Rhames or something, the one guy, he was from all the other films. He was in the original one and all. He's back yet again. He's like one of the only ones like Tom Cruise. He was cool to see. I really like that guy. And he was also in Pulp Fiction. So, yeah, they all did well. It's just the story was really underwhelming. I wish there was some more action hand-to-hand kind of fights instead of all just set pieces, which were all good. And, yeah, it was an alright movie. It was pretty enjoyable, but I wouldn't say it's like best movie material. And when I was thinking about it, I was thinking this might be the best in the series. I actually think the action on this was better, but I like the story more in the previous one. So I think story-wise, I like the previous one I saw, because I've only seen the first one, the last one, and this one. So I think Rogue Nation had a better story, but this has better action set pieces. So I would say this on an action set piece level is better, but story-wise, I'd say Rogue Nation was better. So it's kind of a mixed bag in that way. But yeah, having said all that, I'd give the film a 7 out of 10, yeah. So, those were my thoughts on the movie. Thank you all for watching, and please let me know what you thought down below. It's kind of rambled there, but thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you. Bye.